it's a huge topic at Cannes this year, and there are some challenges when we think about sustainability. And I think possibly one of those challenges is wanting to do the right thing, but also needing to move the business forward. In my mind, those actually aren't two separate things, but sometimes we have to convince our most senior leaders that that's the case, including our boards, right? So if we, at the holding company level, ultimately we're answerable to the board. But the good news is that our boards are, at least for IPG, I shouldn't speak for all the holding companies, is very invested in sustainability. And ESG sort of writ large, so not just the environmental piece, but the social and governance pieces as well, which I think sometimes get a little lost in the discussions because everyone's really, very focused on the environmental piece now, which is good. But for me, they're all tied together. And, at the risk of sort of oversimplifying, it's really about doing the right thing and sticking to your values as a company. So not having them just be a plaque on the wall that nobody looks at, but really living those values every day. And thinking about what kinds of actions we can take as a company to make those values come to life.
I think that's an interesting way to put it because people latch onto topics and specific words, but to your point, it's ESG, it's sustainability and governance, I think, environmental sustainability and governance, and
environmental,
social and governance, right? And I think that it's sort of you have to operate a profitable business. Exactly. You have to pay people's salaries. You have to, to sort of to take care of your team. But I think there's also an element of your team, right, and the younger generation as well as the older, right, wanting this from the company. So I love that you said it's kind of it's about the environment, but also about more. Speaking of which, holding companies are just one part of that kind of value chain in our industry, if you will. What do you think what's the brands, what can we expect from brands in the sustainability conversation, as well as what are you looking for from media owners?
Right, and so look, I think brands actually, they're leading the charge. And brands are the ones that are consumer facing. Like consumers, very few of them, right, know who IPG is or McCann World Group or Weber Shandwick. But they know, they know the brands. And consumers are tough customers, right? They're cynical, they're smart, and so they don't want empty pledges, they want real action, and they want to buy brands that not only they love, but brands that they believe in. So I think brands have a huge vested interest, as do our media partners. And I think we really all need to be challenging each other, working together, and making sure that each of us is, Channing, who's our Chief Diversity Officer, and I we have a debate going whether we like or don't like pledges. And she always challenges me and says, well, I don't want to just sign on to something. I want to actually be doing something. But I think, and Ali said this in our panel, I think for me, once I sign on, I'm like, well, now I got to do the work. So I don't mind the pledges. I think they're great and they hold us. They hold me personally to doing something. So I think we've got to challenge each other, get out there, whether you're signing the pledge or not, but do the work, and make sure the stuff is happening.
So maybe my final questions are kind of too Cannes related. Mm-hmm. What stood out to you this year at Cannes, and what do you think is going to be different or a trend or a topic of focus next year?
I think a couple of things with Cannes in terms of what's different this year. I think first is how much more is happening outside of the main stage at the Palais, and that there's only so much that can happen there, and the passes are very expensive, and not everyone can purchase them. But the good news is there's so much programming happening, and there's sort of a debate: is there too much? And all of us, I spent like weeks trying to figure out, what do I go to? What don't I go to? But there's all this great work happening. The female quotient is one of my favorite places. We've been partners with them for a long time, but really I didn't fully understand the concept until Advertising Week when I was on one of their panels. And now I'm a total convert. I'm just going, whenever I don't know what to do, there's always something happening at the female quotient, like panel after panel, and so I think that the difference is lots of stuff going on outside of the Palais, which is great. And then I think the second part of your question was the trends for
next
year. Some people say we shouldn't continue having these discussions because we should have it all solved, but we're not going to have it all solved in a year. I when we did this on a panel at the Female Quotient, we should be bringing all of this together. So we had chief diversity officers and chief sustainability officers from all the different holding companies all sitting together on a panel. I want to see more of that, and I would hope for that next year, because I think these are such important issues. We all need to be working on them together and learning from each other. So I would hope for more of that next year.